I'm back. And what I'm doing here today is there was this diesel engine on the side of the road and free for the taking. See, they had it on a pallet here and they've dragged it around on the ground, and it's been here at least a week according to some of the locals. It's up for grabs. And so what I did was I broke out my engine crane and I'm gonna try and lift it up and get it into the back of my pickup truck. I know it's ambitious. I may have to lay it flat to get the lift out of it, but we'll see. Okay, so I lifted it high enough and I backed my truck under it. If I put the tailgate up, I might be able to get ahead a little farther. Okay, I got it right to the front of the truck. Now I'm just going to set it down gently. And it's still on the crane, but I was able to squeeze that pallet under there before I let it down. So I'm going to let that down now gently. Yeah, that's about as gentle as it goes when it's that heavy. There it is. Look at that. There, the weight's off of it. Very good. There, I got my crane all broken down, putting it in the truck. Got it roped down the best I can for now. Oil filter housing's okay, the filter's dented. And yeah, we'll take a better look at this once we get it home. Okay, so it's the next day and I've got the engine off the truck. And I'm going to sit it on some blocks right here. The only thing is with one of these engine cranes here, if you can't roll it around, it's, you know, you pretty much can lift it and then sit it right back down. But I was able with a long chain to skid the pallet out of the truck and sling it a different way and then get it ready to sit down. But see, I took out a fence panel here and it'll sit inside the fence. That'll be fine for now. It'll allow me to work on it and clean it up. Okay, so let's get a couple of blocks under there and sit that down. I have to take that intake manifold off. I can't chance turning it over and having that gravel go into the cylinders. That. I was saying how far in there that is. See, look at that. That's from, they dragged it on the ground to get rid of it. Hauled it out of somewhere. Look at that. So that manifold's got to come off for sure. Yes. Oh man, the gravel made it to the head. That's not good. That's gonna have to be carefully cleaned out of there. Look at that gravel. It made it right into the intake manifold. That is not good. Look at that. Huh. Ugh. That's gonna have to be. It's not so bad in the intake manifold. It's where it went into the head. And some of those valves are going to be open, you know. You have to be really careful not to push it in. See, it's there and there. Wow. Oh man, that's not good. Okay, yeah, so that, you know, whoever got rid of this engine, they dragged it on the gravel with a chain or something to pull it out of wherever they wanted to get rid of it from, and all that gravel went in the intake manifold. I thought it was only going to be in so far, but it's right into the head. You can see it here too, look. So I cannot even roll this over safely by hand or anything to see if it's going to be viable, because that is going to be down. There's going to be open valves there. So what I got to do is take the head off, guaranteed. That's the only way to really make sure that there's nothing down in the cylinders. And it would be catastrophic to it if I were to turn that in any way, even by hand, you know, half a turn, and have some of that, you know, mash in against the valves, valve seats, stuff like that. So the head's got to come off. That's okay. It's not so bad. I mean, that's the safest way to do it, is make sure there's nothing that's gone down past the valves. But look at that, man. When you can imagine down in there, there's a valve on each of those ports, and hooked to the gear train, so it's some of those are open. I don't know, this one here doesn't look like there's much down there, but even a couple of pieces of gravel down there would be enough to hurt, you know, damage the engine. I can see that one's partially open, and it's just bad. I know what my next steps are. I gotta pull that head off. Another thing occurred to me as well. Another thing occurred to me is that, you know, if I take out the rockers, and that's going to, you know, pull all the valves up to the head. It's going to release all the tension on the valves, and those valves are going to shut against that gravel. So, And this line's been broken here. This return line's been broken right there. This one's bent. So I guess I'll take those off. I don't have the right wrench, you can see that. But I'll just take that whole rail off there, set it aside. That out of the way now. Put that down in there. Let's see if we can put these back on here in some way. It's supposed to be 2 washers per. Okay. Now those valves are going to be closing against all that grit. That's just going to have to be sorted out once I get it apart. There's no other way to get it out of there. So I just numbered all those push rods in order from the flywheel end to the front of the engine. There's 8 of them, 4 cylinders, 2 per each. Just pull them out of there. I did decide to take these injectors out, and they come out really easy. They must have been out before, maybe just stuck back in there, I'm not sure, but they didn't, they didn't give up a fight at all. They all just came right out easy. So I don't know. Let's see, look at that, see? Just like that. They look like they've been fired though. Okay. Anyway, we've got these sitting in order as they came out right there. Got all the head bolts loose over here, and I got a few to do up through the center here. There was a couple near the injector I couldn't get to, so I took that injector out, and then I decided to take them all out. Okay, let me get the rest of these loose. You can see these ones over here are already loose. Okay, I got all the bolts loose. I loosened them from the outside in. These are the last ones that I loosened right there in the middle. Okay. I'm just going to try and break it from the head here, break it from the block. See? Oh yeah, it's easy, look at that. That's a good thing I took it off. There's gravel in there. There's gravel in between the valves.